Welcome, welcome. We're going to just have some fun tonight. If that's okay with everybody out there, we're just going to have some fun. And I hope you join us along. So, in dealing with what we really want to be sewing right now, I came up with this idea that, and this word to me is perfect, it's enhancements. It's holiday enhancements. It doesn't have to necessarily pertain to holiday because it will go beyond, but these are little fun things that we can do that I think will really enhance our wardrobe, but not just enhance it, really bring it into the current state of what's out there. So a lot of times when I'm sewing and I think about, gosh, what do I want to make or what do I want to do? I always let the fabric inspire me, don't get me wrong. But a good old trip to the store is really, really helpful. Good old trip to the mall. You know, we have several in Dallas that are terrific that I visit often. And so that's what I did. I decided I needed to know what was going on and what was fresh and current, and I went to the stores. And I will tell you that these enhancements were all brought or captured from that trip because it was so obvious. It was just, there was definitely a message being given, and I took the message and I'm giving you the message, all right? So what I want to do first, and I've done the fabrics, first was the trip, then was the fabrics that could give you those enhancements, and that's kind of the order that I went in. So first I want to go through the photos. We have quite a few. We'll try to go through them quickly because you can always go back and look at them slower. But I want you to kind of get the theme of what I was going for. And I probably went to at least 6 different stores. These are photos from different stores. And the message was repeated. It was repeated. It was like everybody got the same memo. Okay. All right, so there's 6 enhancements we're going to talk about. And we'll go through the photos and we'll look at these first, okay? All right. So the first thing we want to do is recognize that, and I did this first just to kind of almost get it out of the way. This is 915. It's called Hugo's Cardigan. And if you don't have it, if you haven't made it, you got to get it and you got to make it because it's everywhere. I took a picture of this version. I even, on the hanger, put the hands in the pocket so you could see. There's just a pocket added in there, right in the princess seam. I made a version. We'll show it a little bit later. But you could just add that pocket in. It's the same exact jacket over and over and over out of a knit, sometimes with pockets, sometimes without. Okay? But I do want you to notice as we go on to the next one, we're going to see that it is a lot of monochromatic. I want you to notice this. I've got a fabric very similar to this tonight. This is a Lafayette 148. It's almost like a smoking jacket kind of look. The top and the bottom are the same fabric or a little bit different. I've got an outfit I made that's similar to this. It's beautiful. It's beautifully elegant, simple, and yet again monochromatic. All right, next. Monochromatic. We're going to see camels. We're going to see earth tones. We're going to see these same colors really repeat themselves, but that monochromatic, there's your first enhancement is monochromatic. All right, next. Look at that. And I mean, again, these are different stores, different places. Everyone got the memo that monochromatic is the way to go. All right, I want you to notice in the background, well, go ahead and go to the next one. In the background, we're going to start to see flashes of red because, and it doesn't have to be this much red, but there's a lot of red out there. And I know it's holiday and red is not really religious. It's really just holiday. I know it is. It's Christmas. I get it. But it really has a connotation that crosses all. It's just a holiday. It's really a holiday color. It's in the stores quite a bit. And so you see, this is more red than I saw in other things, but I took a picture of it because it was on a mannequin, and mannequin space is rare, and what they put on mannequins is special. So to put this much red on a mannequin, I thought was surprising. But red is a color we're going to see. It can be a little bit, it can be more so, but red is a great color. All right, next. I wanted you to see this. This is a Max Mara, a beautiful, again, these earth tones. A touch of leather is another one of our enhancements. So we've got monochromatic red, a touch of leather. In this particular case, just a belt. And I did a belt, and I'll show you how I did it. Lots of different ways you can do it. You can make it removable. You can make it permanent. You can change colors. There's just lots of great things we can do with that. So this belt, or a touch of leather, is one of the things we're going to see. All right, next one. The bias skirt. Great skirt. You can do it out of all kinds of fabrics. Notice it's worn with a little boot, a flat, a tennis shoe. It doesn't even matter what it is, but I want us to notice what it's worn with, and it's just a simple little sweater above. Nothing fancy. In this case, a long bias. I used 2010. I made one. I did the yoga skirt 2010, and all I did is cut the waist a little bit wider and gather the waist. Very, very simple to do. And when you start looking at these prices, $1,000 for these little bias skirt. There's a front, a back, an elastic waist. They are simple, easy, and fun. Now let's look at this next one, because I wanted you to see how it's being worn differently. This is another bias skirt, and yet you can see more worn with that safari type jacket, the Josie's jacket that we did a little while ago. This would be a perfect, I don't know if we have that. I think we might have a few more left of those patterns. This would be a perfect combination. Again, notice the earth tones, the creams, the bias, those earthy tones, the cognac, the chestnut. Those colors are all really popular. Let's take a break and answer the question. Could you talk about how to adjust the sleeve in an outfit for a larger arm, please? Do you increase? No fitting questions tonight, you guys, because those are our Q&As. Those are on Thursdays. So just if you'll, and I know a lot of people don't know that we're doing this. We've been doing it about 6 months, but if you'll email me a question, it's not possible for me to really answer this well, but if you'll email me at peggy@silhouettepatterns.com, tell me the problem, tell me what pattern you're using, all of those things, then I'll diagram it out, and most likely if you go back to those Q&As, your answer will be there. So every other Thursday night we do a Q&A, and that's where we kind of take random questions. Okay? Okay. But thanks for asking, you guys. And you know we want to answer your questions. Okay, so that safari jacket and the bias skirt. Next, this next picture, what I thought was fascinating about this is you can see that this is a very casual look now. A very casual look. And what they're doing is they're still doing the base monochromatic and the contrasting shirt, even though it's just a casual shirt. So I really want you to think about this monochromatic base. You know, I know that for many years what we've done is, you know, pants and then a top and maybe, you know, a shirt that matches the pant or something. I want you to think about this, kind of ingrain this into your brain, because this is what's current. And this is just a little tiny thing we can do, but really make it look more fresh and current than maybe the way we've been doing it. Okay, the next, monochromatic. You're going to see it all over, just monochromatic, even with a skirt, a little jacket. So I just wanted, again, I kept taking pictures because this was everywhere. All right, next. Isn't that beautiful? Again, notice the color. The creams, the beiges, the taupes, the cognacs, those earth tones are all really beautiful. This was particularly interesting to me because I know you all know this, but there's a spring, there's a fall, there's a winter, and there's what they call holiday. And their holiday is what's in the store right now for the most part, or they'll call it travel. Different lines call it different things. But this is Acris Punto. This jacket is about $1,600. But I wanted you to just see the mismatch, not the mismatch, but the combination of different fabrics. And I love this because as sewers, we can so embrace this. We've got a yard left of this, we've got a yard left of this, and to combine this in a jacket like this would be off the charts. It'd just be beautifully done, and this one was $1,600. So I'm sure if they can do it, it's just the idea. You could do it also. I actually took a picture of the price tag. I didn't include it, but Acris Punto, you can find it online right now. It's at Nordstrom's, and it's really beautiful. But notice how the sleeves are different. There's just pieces all over the place. Just a really fun, craftsy thing to do. Okay? Again, sparkle. That's another enhancement that we have is sparkle. I only have a little bit of sparkle left tonight, but I wanted to show you that. And notice in this particular case, this is Max Mara. This is not inexpensive. The sparkle is top and bottom. It's top, head to toe. You know, for a long time we would say, oh, let's only wear a little sparkle top and tone down the bottom. Full on sparkle, top to bottom, all the way. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right, this next one, don't forget your fur. This is a suede, leathers, furs. Those are also an enhancement. I put my fur jacket on simply because it goes with everything. I know you have fur. I have a little left tonight of the green, but there you have the fur, get it made. Get it made up in something simple. The other thing I want you to notice with this picture is I want you to notice the buttonhole. The buttonhole is actually in the seam of the yoke. That is happening more and more often in our clothing today. And it's wonderful because especially when you're dealing with a thicker weight, you can just stop stitching that seam line and the buttonhole is automatically made and you don't have to worry about going back and putting in a buttonhole. So it's a great way to build a buttonhole into seaming. And I did that a little bit later on, so I want you to note that here so that we can kind of reference back to it. Again, monochromatic. But what I wanted you to notice with the monochromatic here is how the textures are changing. They're not exactly the same. And I think that's what's so fun about it. I did an outfit tonight. I used 3 different fabrics, coordinating and then different textures, and they just blend beautifully. So play with your textures. It is a little scary, I think a little scary, but when you're dealing with, you know, the same chroma, the same wall of colors, I think it can come across really well. So that texture is really what I wanted to capture there because it's just beautiful. That matched jacket, what did the back look like? I didn't take a picture of the back. It was all mixed up too, but you can go on though. Go on to, that's why I said who it was. It's Acris Punto, and it's at Nordstrom's. And that was a photo I took, but I'm sure if you just clicked on the back, you'll be able to see the front and the back view. All right, this next one. Red again, and that's the sheath dress, and you notice the sparkle goes just down the center. That's why I say when we talk about these enhancements, they're just, sometimes they're a lot, but other times they're just a little bit. And the good news is you can kind of do what suits you, where you're going, where you're wearing the outfit to, what your personality is. You can just decide all of those variables. So that's why I just wanted to show you all these different variables. All right, and this next one, I think we're almost to the end. Are we to the end? Okay, that was it. Okay, so I just want to go over our 6 enhancements. They're monochromatic. They're a touch of red. The one I didn't have any pictures to, it's our pattern of the month. It's the Dickies. Veronica Beard Dickies are everywhere. But instead of thinking just in a jacket, I want you to think of it in the sweater set. The zippers could sew into the side seams, so you could have just a double front. They don't have to be just jackets. Take the base concept, and you could do so many different things with them. So those Dickies are really a constant out there. The sparkles, the leather fur, and the bias skirt. Those are our 6 enhancements, and we're going to show you fabrics and outfits that will help you kind of get motivated to get some enhancements in your wardrobe. Okay, are we okay with questions? We're good? Okay, so let's start with fabrics. We've got 22 fabrics. Now some of these, you know, we're getting to where, well, they're all sale priced. I put all of them at a sale price, so, you know, I hope you'll find that there's some great values. This is a great time to buy fabric because the prices are cheaper. Even my guys in New York, I keep hitting them up. No, gotta knock it down, I need it to be less. And, you know, so it's a great time to buy fabric. So let's start with the first one, and this is just a woven. Okay, so sorry, we're at silhouettepatterns.com. We're on fabrics, view all, go all the way to the bottom, and our whole series that we're dealing with tonight, starting with 2500. So 2500, we go 2501 all the way through 2522. Now I could not remember this fabric, and I actually put this up wrong. This is not a knit. This is 2501. It's a woven. It's a cotton poly, and it's a woven. And I know tonight, or earlier today when I was putting them up, I put it up as a knit. So just FYI, be careful of that. It's a woven. But it's a beautiful, it's exactly what, you know, it'd be beautiful as a little bias skirt. It'd be beautiful as just a little, you know, casual little jacket. It could be the center of 915 and do a knit, combine it with a knit, that texture of a little bit of velvet and a little bit of knit. We've got a couple black cotton knits that would be beautiful. In fact, I put up we've got a Lulu Mama, I called it, and that's a pre-order, and it's already coming in. We're limited as to how much we have. I'm trying to think if I put the limit. I did. I put the limit in there. It is a beautiful, it's like the Lululemon, but it's so much cheaper than what that Lululemon was, but it's like the same quality. That is a pre-order, and it's right at the very beginning of the fabrics. So that would be beautiful combined with this to where you'd have just a little bit of sparkle, depending on how much sparkle you want. This is a metallic lurex. It's just gorgeous. It's a cotton poly. It's two-way. Look at the drape. It's just beautiful. Easy. You could do a whole outfit if you wanted, or you could just do a little touch, a little sparkle. Great fabric. And what we know about, silver metallic is it's just a classic. It's going to be around for a long time. It's not going anywhere. And it's just really beautiful. Okay, and then this is the last little bit of sparkle I have. It's just a fun, beautiful knit. It's gorgeous. It's a navy. It has stretch in both directions. I mean, it's just beautiful. You just can't go wrong making something out of this. Throw it on with a pair of jeans. It's just really beautiful. It's a very well made, so you don't have to worry about smacking your needles or do anything like that. Once you have it against your body, you can see me through this fabric, but once you have it on your body, you really can't. You can't see through it. You don't really need to worry about lining it or putting any fabric behind it, So I started off with our first enhancement, which is our sparkle. Our sparkle and just a little bit of fur. We do have just a little bit of this emerald fur left. It is absolutely stunning. It is marked on sale. It is, I don't know why I've got that caught, but anyway. Isn't that pretty? Rubber bands all over the place. I can't get it undone. Sorry about that. But this is Donna Salyers, and this is an emerald mink, and it's a faux mink. It's just pretty. You can't stop touching it. It's just beautiful. And for many of you who have gotten this mink, you guys can tell anybody else who hasn't gotten it, it's just stunningly beautiful. It's a very pretty, it's well done. Donna has done a very good job. All right, so then what I did is I went, those are our four, that's our first enhancement. I went to herringbone because this is so classic in nature. And the herringbones are out there, especially to do like a little bias skirt. This is not this fabric, I did another fabric, but this is a great way to really just make it classic. Pair it with red, especially. This is a great way to do a touch of red with a herringbone because it is just beautifully classic. This particular fabric is a cotton poly. Great piece. Great piece. All right. So this next two, these are beautiful. These are both 100% cotton. We're going to go over to this outfit. I know it's black. I know the fabric is black, but we've kind of practiced and we're going to try our best to show you these blacks. Okay, so what I did is I took 3 fabrics. I took 915, which is really popular, really common. I didn't do with the pockets. You could have added the pockets over here. I did not. My touch of red. And so what we're going to get is, because this 915 is what this pattern is, 915 is the pattern. It needs to be a knit. I used a woven in the middle, but a knit on the sides. And what I did with this knit is I used the Versace, which is going to be down here, which is $25.10, and even that's on a sale price. So what I used is, the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the first one. It's 2506. And if you notice the squares just are large enough to where they come out beautifully on the collar. But you don't even see the squares because they're so large. It's really pretty. And it came out as good as I had hoped it to come out. Then the next fabric is the coordinating, and it's 2507. And we're going to try to get a shot of this down here because I did 3523. This is a really 3423, the pull-on cargo pant. And it's perfect for this because the leg is thin, and you can see that it's matched all the way up. Now, if you go back to that Lafayette 148, that picture is what inspired me. There was a black, I said that kind of cigarette outfit. It's called a smoking jacket, black on black. It's just a really beautiful holiday look. You can always split the black pieces up later, but when they're worn together, It's just a really classic, beautiful look. So I took and matched the plaids up. They're large. So all you have to do is put the hems at the same block when you go to cut it, and then it's just an easy match. It's just so easy all the way up. I made the pants in, 30 minutes, and they just fit like a charm. So just a suggestion that the top portion is 3 fabrics: 2506, 2507, and 2510. And I just love the look. Then a little touch of red, and you're good to go. Just a great holiday look, but you can see the whole goal was to have it go on much after the holidays. Certainly not just the holidays, but to really get a current look as to what you will look like in the holidays. Now, if you wanted to, on this one in particular, this could completely be closed up. You wouldn't really have to have it open at all. That could be closed with a fastener on it with a little belt. And you could really just show a little peekaboo of the top. You could even do a black under there and really get that monochromatic look. Show off just a piece of jewelry would be beautiful also. So the goal is to just really have these base pieces so we can really do so many things with them. Okay, so that's 2505 and 2506. Hey Peggy, can you show us your pants you're wearing close up on the front bottom hem area, please? Yes. We're going to go ahead and give the camera guy just a minute to go down there. These are the new jeans, you guys. They have a pleat right at the front. The side of the jean, if you can see that, the back of the jean wraps around to the front, and then there's a pleat right in the front. Love these jeans. Love these jeans. I've made several pair. And they're just easy to make and comfortable. I mean, they're so easy, you guys. I did the instructions. They're just easy. Okay, so that side of the jean, the pleat, the bottom of the pant is the side of the pant wrapped around to the front. So the pleat in the front is almost straight into the grain, the front grain of the leg. Okay? Then you can see my cute little tennis shoes. Anyway, I love my tennis shoes. All right, does that help? These are the jeans that go with the mean jacket, those two. This is the last night. I'm actually going to push it till tomorrow so we can send the email out tomorrow. This is part of the Peggy giveaway, where if you buy the dual patterns, you can buy the online blouse class, anything you buy, even Toys for Tots. If you make a donation for Toys for Tots, tomorrow will be the last day. We'll put you into the entry for the Peggy giveaway, even though, we don't keep any of that, but that's okay. Basically, we just appreciate you all donating and giving and supporting Fit to Stitch. So we're going to put, according to how much you spend, you get different levels of entries in. And so tomorrow we'll send out an email saying it's the last day, and then we'll announce the winner this weekend, if that's okay. What is the pattern you're wearing? This is 824, the day and night reversible jacket. It's the new pattern for fall. Day and night reversible jacket is what this is. It's got a little shawl collar, and I did it out of fur. When burning fabric for content, does black smoke mean there is some poly included? No, not necessarily. The way you know that, I wouldn't go by the smoke. I would go by once you burn it out. Once you blow it out. When you blow it out, let it cool, and then touch it. And the poly will melt. Poly does not burn. Poly will only melt. So you'll get a hard ridge. But like, for instance, wool burns, and it has black smoke. So I wouldn't go by the smoke color. I would go by the residual of after the blowout. Which black fabric was used for the pants on the 3 different black fabrics outfit? The one with the red top. Okay, let me just say it clearly, because I think I've got so many things in my brain, you guys, I muddle everything. The top center is 2505. 2506, I'm sorry, 2506 is this portion. This black knit is 2510. And the pant is 2507. Okay? Now these two fabrics, the 2506 and the 2507, those are opposites of one another. They're beautiful together, which is what I wanted to do. You don't have to, but I mean, they're just really beautiful together. So this is 2506, this is 2507, and this is 2510. I think I did a much better job that time. So thanks for asking the question. Okay, all right. All right, so then we go on to the bias skirt, and I wanted to do a bias skirt. And you know, a little while ago, I went to a fashion show. Neiman's is having a lot of fashion parties and shows this time of year, and I try to get to as many as I can because they're just good to see what's going on, and I'm just always loving the ideas that I get. So they had a bias skirt like this, and the first thing I thought was, oh, it's too full at the bottom, but it's meant to be a little full at the bottom. It's meant to be a little, the fabric is meant to be a little more rigid, because what you want is it to have a little bit of A-line at the bottom. You want that fullness. And so this was a no-brainer to me when I decided to make a bias skirt. You can make one out of rayon and it hangs completely straight, but I do want you to be aware of the fabric and the different impacts that those fabrics will have. And it's beautiful, especially like with this, so this is just the yoga skirt. This is just 2010, and all I did was turn it on the bias. You need 2 yards. You'll need a yard for the front bias and a yard for the back bias. And then I didn't even do a waistband. I mean, I did a waistband, but all I did was use my 2-inch elastic, and I put it around my waist. Now remember, this is a woven fabric for a knit skirt. So I cut, when I was cutting up the side, I cut the waist the same size as the hip, and then I used the elastic to gather it back into my waist size. All right, so then what I'm going to do is that's going to be covered anyway, it doesn't matter, but notice how it has this beautiful just fullness to the bottom that is only going to happen because of the fabric. So if you want it, use a little heavier fabric. This is perfect for it. If you don't, use a lighter fabric with greater drape. We don't always want the drape because this is just such a beautiful look, and that bias plaid really gives a great look. And then pair it with a little jacket, and you know, all kinds of tops, but you don't want to go too crazy on the top because you want it just to have a really beautiful blend to it. All right, so this is 2508 is what this one is, and that's that I did the skirt with. All right, could you please show the waist on those pants, please? Probably these pants, maybe? Yeah, let's go back to this, and yes, I'll show the waist. Now remember, this is the cargo pant. This is the pull-on cargo pant, 34-23. What I did is put the pieces together because it's got a seam in the leg, it's got all the pockets. I put all that together. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted, I just wanted the cargo pant. I just wanted to use, what I like about the cargo pant, this cargo pant, is the leg is beautifully slim. For a woven pant, the leg on that cargo pant is beautiful thin. Now, what I did is I have had a lot of fun, you guys. This has been a lot of fun for me. If y'all have tuned out by now, I'm sorry, but I've had so much fun doing this because I really do believe that it's just little things we do that just make a big difference. So I made the pant again. And so I wanted to make a monochromatic in this wine. I've got this wine, I'm going to show it to you later, because wine is such a beautiful color and it's out there a lot also. If it's not red, it's wine. So this is the same pant, and we're going to do a little close-up of this waist because this is the same pant as this, because I decided I didn't want to use the waistband. I used the same treatment that I used on the skirt, and I literally just gathered the waist into the waistband that fit my pants. And these pants look beautiful on. They are just absolutely the prettiest. And then my top that I've got on, you're going to see it matches this. So I can wear this with this. This is 320. 320 is the little tank that goes, Bailey's wrap, and it's the little tank that goes underneath. It has a little bit of kind of a cowly look. So I could wear these with my jeans because it matched, or, I could just switch it up. And that's the goal, is to make one new thing and just kind of think about how I can change it around and switch it up. And I love this waistband. It's really beautiful on. Yes, it's a pull-on pant, but you notice how slim it is through the waist and through the leg. Same pant. I just left this one, I put the fabric on just like the pattern, covered the elastic. This one I left it exposed and left it that it could be covered. And actually, you know, we see elastic waist all the time now. Okay? Okay. So let's go back to where we are. We're at 2509. And I want to show you this fabric because if you go back to that picture, the black Lafayette 148, the smoking thing that I talked about, it was done with a velvet emboss. And this fabric is so similar to that velvet emboss. And you all know we buy Lafayette 148 fabric. And I don't know who this designer is because sometimes I just don't get privy to that. But this is a beautiful, this is so close to what that was that I thought, at first when I looked at that fabric at the store, I thought, that's my fabric. This is an embossed velvet. It's almost like a really fine corduroy. It's just beautiful. The black and the brown together. Again, for a monochromatic look, this would be just gorgeous. It's got a little bit of cognac in there, if you can see. We're going to pick up that cognac a little bit later. But very pretty. This is 100% cotton. I'm not sure on that. You have to check the, here, let me check my page. Yeah, it's 100% cotton. Oh, and it's got a one-way stretch. This is a stretch woven. And it could go either direction. It wouldn't matter. Just, you know, once you pick the direction, you want to make sure it's all going the same direction. Just so that the velvet has a chance to reflect light the same all over. But it's just really a beautiful, beautiful fabric. Okay, and then this last one here, this is 2510, and this is our Versace. And again, this is the one that I got such a good price on. We had the navy, well, we still have a little bit of the navy left, but this is the black. And this is the fabric that I use. This is a texture. It has stretch in both directions. It's 100% viscose. It is a beautiful piece of fabric. And I did it on the sides and the sleeves and the back of that. Those are the three fabrics that I used. 2506, 2507, and 2510. Okay? All right, so those are the top 10 fabrics, and then we'll do the bottom when you are ready. See this fun? Oh, it's so fun, you guys, and I'm telling you, I know I say this a lot, but I'm baffled by the prices, how expensive they are, and how many people are paying those prices. These goods are selling. You know, they don't sit in the store, and it's a lot, just a lot. Do the burgundy pants pull on? Yes. Do they have pockets in the back? No, I'm not a pocket girl, just FYI. How do you wash the embossed velvet? It's 100% cotton. Just, you know, I always recommend you do a swatch. Put it in the washer, see what happens, put it in the dryer. This is not, you know, your grandmother's cotton. I don't know, you know, this is a really high-end apparel. So I don't think you have the same concerns. But again, always do a test. And then you can decide, once you see what happens to it, usually the washer we lose color and the dryer we lose size. And then you can go back and decide how you want to care for it. What type of garment pattern would suit the embossed velvet, please? A jacket, pants. It's exactly like I showed you. The Lafayette 148 I think would be absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I think that's why when I took that photo, I was so excited because I knew we had this fabric. I knew it was in the store. And so, you know, when I saw that, I thought, oh my gosh, that's just right on. Now, I didn't do it out of that. I did it out of these two because they were coordinating. But this would be beautiful either way. Okay, let's get the bottom because the bottom is so beautiful. And these creams and these things, these colors are so pretty. When we showed you those trenches and those cognacs and all of those beautiful camels, we've got them. And they are gorgeous and they're really well priced. So, ready? Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with this cognac and charcoal. Beautiful. And again, all of the prices have been marked down. So this is a viscose. I got to make sure I'm right on this. Nope, 100% cotton. It's 100% cotton, has stretched one way, and I just love the cognac and that gray together. It's just really a beautiful color. A little while ago, I was trying to replace my dining room chairs, and I came across a cognac chair. And my boyfriend, who's a photographer, said, oh, get the cognac. I said, oh, I don't know, it's a little much. It's a favorite thing in my house, is those cognac chairs. They're just absolutely beautiful. And they just add so much more than just a black or a neutral or, you know, whatever. But anyway, excuse me. That is 2511. excuse me, it pairs really beautifully with this wool. This is 100% wool. It's a cognac, but it's a real combination of two threads. So, and it's beautiful. It's got, if you start to peel it, it's got 3 colors in there, and they all come to life. There's a black, there's a cream, and there's a cognac. And it's just a really beautiful piece of fabric. It is a woven, has a little bit of mechanical stretch to it, but nothing, and it is 100% wool. Sorry, I'll hold it. No, there's no design. It's simply just a simple, straight, it's an Italian wool that is just beautiful. The drape is incredible. So to do pants and then like a little top out of this and come in with a little jacket out of that stripe would just be stunning. Again, thank your enhancements. Thank those enhancements that we want to do down the road so that you get that. This is really beautiful. Both sides are usable. I can't really tell a difference from one side to another. Just a beautiful piece of fabric. I put the brown in here simply because I had a request for it. It is the earth tones and it's great, but this is a 100% cotton, I think it is. 100% cotton Pontorona. This is 2513. 2513. Not a lot left. It has stretch in both directions, and it's just a great, just a great piece of fabric. I think what happened is we had actually miscounted this fabric, and it was sold out online, and then we had a little bit left. So I threw that in there. What is the pattern of the cardigan with the red top underneath? A 915 Hugo's cardigan. And then this is a viscose, 100% viscose, beautiful brown. This is thick enough. I know y'all can't feel this, but this has like almost like a suede, some of that viscose has a suede feel to it, like a brushed viscose. It's beautiful. It has some weight to it. So you could easily do pants and top out of this, and it would be stunning. And then do like a contrast jacket over, or all three. You could do all three the same color. It's really beautiful. Again, it's got a great price. The price on this is just crazy. It's really good. All right, and then we've got this other wool. This is a viscose lycra, and this is kind of like a lighter. It's not a cognac. Cognac has a little more brown in it, but this is a viscose lycra. It is a stretch woven now, and it's that same type of weave, where it's a stretch woven, and you've really got 3 colors running through there. You've got a brown, you've got more of a tan, and then you've got a dark brown. So there's no pattern to it, and because it's a woven, I can't tell the difference of front and back. You can use whatever side you decide you want to, but it's beautiful. Just really pretty, and again, that viscose lycra is just a really pretty thing. This, we had a party, as you all know, in our store last Saturday, and this is all that we have left of this, but beautiful piece of fabric. This is a cashmere wool. This is a Balenciaga, and it's a double face. And I did this because capes are so popular, and the colors. When you talk about having those chestnut colors and those tans and those creams, this is just a beautiful piece. And again, a cashmere wool. And it's, there's not a lot left, but we did discount it so that if you're interested, it is yours. All right, so here we are at 2517. This is a one-way stretch. This is a wool lycra. Oh, but it's so, this is what they call the Florida wool. It's just really light and really beautiful. And yet you can see that you can't see through it. And it's the best thing about wool. These lightweight wools, where they say the superfine 180s and all that, that's what this is. It's absolutely stunning. The price is just ridiculously low for what it is. And it's just got beautiful, great drape. Isn't that pretty? Pretty color. Again, that light. This would be great again for that whole monochromatic look. Just very pretty. Question is, what is the pattern of the pants you have on? These are 33.24. So these are the pants that go with the swing jacket. I kind of did the swing jacket and the pants to kind of go together and make a little outfit, even if you made them all out of the same fabric. I thought it would be really pretty. 33.24. Okay, so this is a linen. And when we talk about all of these beautiful, we've had this up before, we discounted it again this time. There's not a lot of it left. It's 100% linen, beautiful plaid. There's a couple dresses that I didn't take pictures of that were really gorgeous. They're almost like trench dresses, shirt dresses that are for winter. And they're made out of something like this, and it was just really pretty. I got to where I had so many pictures on my phone, it was crazy. But anyway, I wanted you to see that because we also have this beautiful matching fabric to that. It's the coordination of this is so pretty. And it's this, and this is the plaid. Sorry, the plaid is the 25.18, and this is 25.19. So this is 100% viscose. This is a stretch woven. Just absolutely beautiful. I want to put my hand behind it so you can see that it's not something you're going to have issues of seeing through. It's got really good drape. It's got a little texture to it. It's so pretty. And when we go into winter white, I'm going to kind of bring you over to this outfit because this is the effect we get when we do that winter white. It's beautiful together. It doesn't have to match exactly. We're just going to go with the tones. And I'm going to go over this little belt here in a little bit. I'll walk you through how I did that. You can just add that little bit of red, or I can remove it and not have it there at all. But anyway, so this little viscose, this winter white viscose, kind of a cream, is 25.19. 25.19. All right, then this next one is the fabric I have on, and the 25.20. And this is just beautiful. This really, I don't know who this designer is, but it reminds me of Kite. Do you remember the fabric that we got in that was always just had the most beautiful drape? This was lovely to sew with, just absolutely fun to do. It's a wine, the pants, the top, because there's so much that goes with wine. It's not a red, it's not quite that much, but I wanted to go monochromatic. And I love the color. So this is a cotton poly. You'd never know. No, I'm sorry, it's 100% viscose. Sorry. 100% viscose, and it's 25.20. Pretty? It's beautiful. Oh, that was fun to sew with, I must admit. All right, then I put this black in here because this black is just a really good overall black, and it's a cotton poly, but it's a two-way stretch woven. And I put it in here because just a little more budget, just a little bit less, but it's got great drape. It's a little lighter, as you can see, because you can kind of see through me, or you can see me through it. So if you're in warmer climates, this might be, warmer for the holidays. This might be the way to go rather than a heavier. Very light, great drape, cotton poly, just super, super durable, and yet the drape is just incredible in this. Okay? And then the last one, and I put it to go with because this is what we want to do. We want to do something fun with this fabric. I think I'm annihilating my microphone, but anyway. This is a linen. This is the black. We discounted this a little bit also, 100% linen. The selvage is just dynamo on this. Look at that. I mean, I want to see a jacket with that selvage put in. It'd be really pretty to do, just something like a 1900 with that selvage and just really show it off. Could do a great little jacket, a pair of pants would be a beautiful combination. The plaid is easy enough to match. You all know how to do that. So there we have. That is 25.22. I want to show this belt off a little bit. Let's go over here and just look at this belt. So I took the red leather. Tomorrow, again, is the last day for that red leather. It's on pre-sale. I said a week. I think we've gone a little bit past a week. Because I know it's in stock and I know it's not going to take that long, I've kind of pushed it a little bit because I know many of you have ordered it and you're waiting for it, and I appreciate your patience. So what I did is I got this idea from a Max Mara of the belt. And so it was just a way to add a touch of red. You can see I went monochromatic. That's that brooch by Diana Bouchard, which is just absolutely beautiful. We've got that on the website. I wanted this to be removable simply because I wanted to wear it with or without. So what I did is I went back to the idea of the buttonhole being in the seam. I put a buttonhole actually on the belt itself, and so when I take that off, I can go back to just the cape being like it is. I could stitch it down, but you can't, you don't even see that little hole. Same thing. So what I did is I put the button on the belt itself. So I could make it red, I could make it black, I could make it match whatever I wanted to. I could make it nothing. I could take it right back to the same old tone-on-tone cape. But for the holidays, just to add a touch of leather or a touch of red, this was a perfect way to do it. Okay? And you can see I just inverted my piece, and it was just real easy. I mean, it took me maybe an hour to cut the pieces, to figure out where I wanted them and how I wanted them on the top and all that stuff. It was just fun. I knew what I was going after. I had seen it in the store. Those ideas from the stores, again, are always, what you're going to go for. They're priceless, is what they are. And they're just all free. You just got to go and play. And that's exactly what I did. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's answer questions. We've gone through all of them. If you want to see anything else, let us know, or any questions on the garments. Will the swing jacket and the pants pattern still be available after tomorrow? That's a good question. So, probably what we'll do, first off, these two patterns I love far more than I thought I would. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like every pattern, don't get me wrong, but after tomorrow, they are going to be used for the Peggy giveaway. Because if you buy the pack, I think you get 2 entries, I think it is, in the Peggy giveaway. We'll probably run them through the 1st. Or we have printed an X number of envelopes. If we run out of those envelopes, I won't print more. I'll just go ahead and call it good. Okay? What is the cape pattern name? It's 98 5th Avenue Cape. Thanks for asking. 115 is underneath. This is Anne's top. I just didn't put the collar on. And then the yoga pant is here. 98 5th Avenue Cape. Probably one of my favorites. You guys know that. You guys know my favorites. I make them all the time. It's not hard to tell. But it's fun to have new favorites, like my new jeans and my new jacket. They're my new favorites. Okay. Any questions? Do you want me to just go over the fabrics again? Maybe we should just run over them. Okay, so we're at 2500s. 2501 is the black, 2502 the silver. Blue sparkle, 2503. 2504 is the green fur, green faux fur. 2505, the herringbone. 2506 was the top. 2507 was the bottom. 2508 was the skirt. 2509 was that cool outfit I saw, and 2510 is the Versace. And that's in the jacket also. And then 2511 is the cognac and gray, 100% cotton. The wool, 2512, 2513. 2514 is hiding back here. That's a beautiful kind of coffee color viscose. This is a lycra, 2516. 2515. Balenciaga is 2516. 2517, this is like a Florida wool, they call it. 2518. 2519 is this beautiful cream viscose. 2520 is the one I have on, and the pants. 2521 is the black, and 2522 is the plaid, the linen plaid. That made it just kind of a little more clear, I think. Okay? Add a touch of red. The enhancements, you've got 6 of them. Go through and just make it a point in all of your dressing to just add one of those enhancements. I'm telling you, once I kind of pared down and got those 6, I just kept seeing them over and over and over. There was one of those 6 was always there. All right. So we're going to leave you with that. Let's see, Thursday night. I'm in New York, but I think we've got something going for Thursday night. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on, but can we see the back of the 5th Avenue Cape? Sure. Now this has a little zipper here. That zipper's optional. You don't have to do that zipper. The zipper, when it's zipped up, it turns into a hood if you decide you want to do it into a hood. You know, I put the zipper in just because it creates a shawl collar back there. I just like it, but you know, it's kind of up to you how you wear it. That was a cape that I actually saw at Fifth Avenue, which is why I called it the Fifth Avenue cape. Love this cape. Absolutely love it. It's just a home run 100% of the time. And the fabrics, there's a couple of fabrics I put in here that would be beautiful. The linen cape would be beautiful. The houndstooth, the herringbone. There's just a lot of fun fabrics that could do that. Apologies, I came in late. What pattern is your new jacket? It's not new, but A24. To answer your question, A24. It's the day and night reversible jacket. No apology needed. Even for coming in late. See, we don't even know you came in late. Sorry if I missed it. What is the fabric on the cape? Well, this is the fabric we had. I made it, you know, when we had it, but I don't have this particular fabric. I've got several others that would work really well, but I don't have that particular fabric. But everybody bought it when I had it because it didn't last long. We sold out pretty quick. What is the fabric used on Cape 98? I'm late. I don't have that fabric. This fabric is not here. I just showed it to you because I wanted to convert it from just a monochromatic to a touch of red. So I used this cape to kind of do the little buttonholes, and you know, I just used that cape. Okay. What fabric on your pants you're wearing? It's a denim. It's a wax denim. I got it in New York. I was crazy about it when I got it. I bought all they had, but they only had like 5 yards. So I know you all hate it when I do that. I swear I'll never do that to you, but I do it once in a while. I do it to you. But you know, especially with denim, it's hard to find fashion denims. It's hard. You know, I've got a couple in the store right now, but it's hard to find. They're hard to find, and you guys know when I get them, they go really fast. Can you lay the pants pattern pieces on the crosswise of the fabric? Will it affect the drape? No. No. Drape goes with grain or cross grain, and then bias changes the drape. So as long as you go grain or cross grain, in fashion, you'll get the same effect. What number is the swing jacket? Y'all are doing a test for me. 928. 928 is the swing jacket. 3324 are the jeans I have on. And those two are a pack, and they're under donation. So if you go to fittostitch.com, and if you look at the donation tab, all of those donations, anything on the site that you purchase will put you into the Peggy giveaway. It just depends on, like, every $20 value puts you in one time. But even if you buy the POM, which is not even $20, you'll still get in one time. If you buy the new little shorty, the little shorty, which we actually have, they'll be here next week. So we'll start shipping those, you guys. They're a pre-sale, but we'll start shipping them next week. Even if you bought the little shorty, that's not even, well, it's right at $20, I guess. That will put you in. So the goal is to give me away, okay, and to have you guys get as many entries as possible. That's our goal. So we appreciate your support. Toys for Tots, again, tomorrow, all of that will end tomorrow. And we'll send out an email. If you're on our email list, you'll get a little heads up, hey, this is what's going on, and it'll be fun, okay? All right, what else? Any other questions? We're good? Okay, you all, we'll see you Thursday. We love you. You all know that. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. There's so many fun things going on. Get out, get dressed, do a great enhancement, make yourself look the best you possibly can, and go see a play. Go do something fun. Go just drive around and look at the holiday lights. It's all just fun stuff. Are the pants you're wearing elastic waist? No, these are jeans. These are good old zipper, fly, you know, the whole jean thing. All the details of denim, these are them. Okay, they've just got that twisted leg, which I absolutely love. And I've had them on all day today, and I've had lunches, and I've had so many compliments and so many comments on them. No one can shut up about that front cute little pleat. It's just adorable. I just love it. It's like a little, I don't know, it's like a little slit in the front. And it's just so unexpected. So I just really like it. So y'all going to make yours, and you're going to love your little pleat along with it. All right, so we'll see you Thursday, and then after that, next Tuesday, we'll be here. Thanks for being here. All right. Happy sewing. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to like. We have it written down for me. You're supposed to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Some of these comments, I read them, you guys. They're just so funny. We appreciate you leaving comments. It allows us to get to know you a little bit. And we like that. I like that. So leave a comment, although some of them are really so unpertainable, but y'all know that. So we won't worry about that. But anyway, all right, later. Bye. Happy sewing.